What's up, guys? Billy LP's here. Here is Let's Chat with Let's Players number 13. So, who do I have with me today?
You got TenisBubba13 because I feel great.
Yeah, TenisBubba13. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna start this off by having you tell us a little bit about your channel.
Well, for starters, I am a Let's Player, so I do Let's Plays on my channel. I've also done some other things from first-person shooter commentary, and I've also done some Project M footage, which is Smash Brothers Brawl, but hacked. But I still do some Brawl footages as well from time to time. And that's about it, I think.
Nice and simple. All right, cool. So, first question: what got you into LPing?
I could say the very first inspirational I had with NCS would probably be it, and then I think the other person I would say is Battlon because I've recently been watching his Pokemon Ruby Let's Play from the very beginning, and I actually got involved and started to uh, start making some Let's Plays. I think my very first Let's Play I did was Pokemon Sapphire, but I emulated it, so that didn't quite work out too good. So I ended up just canceling that, and then I finally did Super Mario Sunshine, which I got a pretty decent capture card. It was called a Game Bridge, but it
Never
was,
heard of that.
yeah, not many people have ever heard it, but it was still pretty decent enough to say. But yeah, I enjoyed my first Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, that's for sure.
All right, very nice. So, next question: how did you come up with the name TenisBubba13?
I do believe this was like at the time when I was 13 years old, hence the name TenisBubba13. I created my AIM username to be that name specific, and then afterwards, I don't know, I wasn't really sure what I would call my channel name when I first signed up, so I just decided to put TenisBubba13 down, and I just went with it because I loved playing tennis back then. My whole family was a tennis lover, so we love watching tennis. We love playing it back then. Um, and I just decided to call myself Tennis Bubba 13. My brother's nickname was Tennis Homie. So back then on AIM, which I don't really use that much anymore because we have Skype now, but still, um, yeah, that's pretty much where I got that whole nickname, and it's been here for about 5 or so years. So yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So, you kind of already answered this question. Who is your inspiration?
hmm
Being like Battle.on and NCS.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just go to the next question, which is, what is your favorite video game of all time?
My favorite video game would surely be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for the N64. And I think because N64 was a good system I always grew up with, and I think the very first game I got personally was Mario Kart. We played that all the time with my brother. But there was one particular game that I had my eye on when I first heard about it, and I actually saw one of my cousins playing that game. He actually first off sped through the entire first dungeon. I was completely like shocked. I didn't even know I well that was the time I didn't even know anything about Zelda. So I finally picked up the game, I played it, and I just loved it to death. Like it's my number one favorite Zelda game and my favorite video game of all time. So yeah, I really dig it.
Very nice. Cool. All right. So next question. What would you say separates you from other Let's Players?
I guess I could kind of say that like my commentary is towards like being the same as Chicken VH12 and Battle on sort of that like their whole comedy, but I think I try to incorporate my own way. It's really hard for me to say. I'm like figuring out my style for commentary, but I try to be more informative and I try to be more like I sound enjoyable and enough for them to watch. So that's what my I guess that's what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to be different from many other people that you see. So it's really hard for me to say. But I think, yeah, that would be my main separation from the others.
Cool. Cool. All right. So next question. What is your favorite LP that you have done or are currently doing?
I think my favorite LPs at the very beginning of the years, I think were Pokemon Sapphire, and then I did Pokemon Leaf Green were two of my I guess, my most popular LPs back then. A lot of people seem to like the Pokemon Leaf Green LPs, and I guess a lot of people like the Star Fox Adventures LP that I did. And I also am like doing my current LP, which is Pokemon Emerald Grasses Only. I would say that would be like the toughest challenge for me yet, because I never done like a mono type challenge before. And so I think those would be my favorite LPs that I so far enjoyed over the time and such.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Yeah, like I never bothered to try to do monotype, but it's really interesting.
Yeah, it certainly is interesting.
All right. So next question: how long do you think you're gonna be doing Let's Plays for?
How long would you say?
Yeah, yeah. How long, like into the future, do you think you'll be doing this?
It's really hard for me to say because I'm going to school right now and working part-time, so it may be a couple more years, hopefully, until I can later on move into like a better job or something like that. Which is my career. I'm studying graphic design over at an art school. I've been doing it for about like a couple of quarters, but um, it's gonna probably be like a few while till ILP, so I'll still be around. Don't you worry about that.
Sounds good. All right. So next question: did you ever think you would get this far, like over 1,500 subscribers, almost 500,000 video views, partnership?
That, well, to me, I thought like I was never gonna get partnered, for the views that I've been getting from time to time, but I never really thought this would happen, and I would just like to say that Um, it was a really long goal for me getting to where I am now, normally. Finally reaching 1,000, over 1,000, I should say. But it comes from mostly my subscribers, my support from other people, and like I just pretty much I never gave up. That's it. I never gave up. Um, but I would just love to say that it's been a phenomenal couple of years of my channel, because like the past few years were quite very much active, but I've been trying myself harder to, produce more content and try to be more supportive with my subscribers, and that way I can give back to people. But I would say it's been a long year and a long journey for my channel to be over 1,500 or something and be partnered, but I guess that's just amazing. It really is. So
Oh,
I am
well,
great about it. So there you go.
that is great indeed. All right, so we're gonna end this off with one more question. Do you have any advice for any other smaller peers that like ask you like, how do you get bigger on YouTube? How do you get more popular? How do you get more views? What would you have to say to them?
I would say to those of you who are trying to be noticed out there on YouTube, I would say talk to as many LPs as you can. Like try to become friends with them, and maybe like if you check out their channels and just like leave them a few comments and saying, "Oh, you're doing good," or "I like your videos" and all that stuff. And maybe later on they'll catch on to you. Maybe they'll just like go onto your channel and be like, "Oh, you got some good stuff. I'll subscribe, hopefully." But it all comes from your content, and it all comes from like I would say the quality of the videos sometimes, because that's mostly what I like to think of. And just maybe having the time to, just spend a lot of time with editing and all that good stuff. But I would just say be yourself when you commentate. Be yourself when you do all that stuff, and just try to have fun with it. Really, that's all I could say.
All right, sounds good. Well, I would like to thank TenisBubba13 for coming on the show. I guess you could say.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Please make sure you go check out his channel. Link will be in the description. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys later.
Alrighty. I'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.